So I think it's safe to say that Chance the Rapper has shown himself to obviously be someone who cannot handle criticism at all. Early on in his career, he got an MTV News article taken down because it was critical of him, but no one really thought anything of it at the time because he was universally loved. But today, that's not really the case. Who remembers the time he told a former fan to suck a dick? All because he said his album wasn't exactly his cup of tea. And then of course, infamously last year, all hell broke loose when he dropped his album, The Big Day, where he rapped about how much he loved his wife and that he's sorry he cheated on her, and he just knows in his heart that God told him to sing, rap, and dance about these topics. This was a stark contrast from the Chance of only 5 years ago who was rapping about much more abstract topics. To me, his music from a quality standpoint peaked and then dipped off into complete dog shit with this last album. And that's pretty much been the general consensus, I would say. Yeah, he still has a few people who will tickle his sack no matter what, but far more often he's gotten destroyed and absolutely flamed on Twitter and in YouTube comment sections everywhere. On top of that, he had to downsize his already pre-planned tour because no one was buying tickets, and then he just canceled this thing altogether. This guy became a living, breathing meme overnight. The same man who was set to take the big-time rapper torch just didn't have it, and it's obvious why. It doesn't have to do with loving God or loving your wife. I mean, just look at Kanye and all the crazy shit he comes up with about the very same topics. The problem with Chance is that he wants a bunch of yes men around him who kiss his ass and praise everything he does. As a creative going deeper into your career, you have to be able to consider opinions of those who know you and your industry best. This is where Chance's former manager comes in. Pat Corcoran has been Chance's manager for his entire come up in the music industry up to this point. But now these two are at odds because Chance has fired his manager, who has in return sued him for basically not living up to their verbal agreement. That's right, this idiot never got anything down in writing. No signature, no napkins, nothing. You can see it as a testament to their love and trust in one another, but this was obviously a mistake on his part. You always get the contract in writing with signatures, guys. Now you might be wondering, why is Chance being sued by this guy? What grounds does he stand on? Well, it all started in February when Chance announced out of nowhere, without informing any of his management, that he would be dropping an album in July, only 5 months later. Basically, this guy Corcoran warned Chance that this Big Day album was not a good look, not a good album, and they didn't have enough time to plan and produce this album with a proper tour, merch, and all that goes into releasing a major record. Keep in mind, this was technically Chance's first studio album, so it was a pretty big deal, and he had to make up for some already trash-ass songs that he had been releasing. In the lawsuit, the ex-manager basically said the album wasn't good, Chance was lazy in creating the Big Day, no one bought tickets to the tour, and the rollout was garbage, just like he said it would be. It also seems like Chance was also trying to box this guy Pat out and would be listening to his dad and his little brother for career advice more and more. Why you would listen to an old politician and a failed rapper whose only claim to fame is being your little brother over a man who's deeply involved in your career and the music industry is just beyond me. But like I said, Chance loves yes men, and obviously a good manager is not going to be a yes man. Basically, this guy Pat wants $3 million in the breakup due to the firing coming out of nowhere, and Chance being the one to blame for his last album not only flopping but getting memed into infinity and seriously damaging his career. 15% of the client's net worth is the agreement that they had set, but like I said, this was only an oral agreement, which like I also said makes this guy kind of an idiot. But I do think Chance owes this man his money, who was a major factor in the success he had early on in his career. So in response to all of this, Chance offered him a one-time $350,000 payment, which is pretty fucked up considering all he did for Chance's career. You need to understand that Chance was selling out stadiums for many years. I mean, so many people loved him and bought those stupid 3 hats. But this is all what happens when you can't take any sort of criticism. This man will literally point the finger at anyone but himself. You know, in my comment section, there's a lot of people just shitposting, but every once in a while, I'll read a critical comment that really resonates with me, especially if there's enough of them, and I will and have changed over time because of those remarks. No one knows my content better than the people who watch it and have watched it for years. I feel I've improved a lot, but I'm still beyond open to criticism. Every creator should be. Yes men are never a good idea. I mean, what do you guys think about this situation? Personally, I hope you get that bag, my good sir. Chance kinda just seems like a little baby at this point. But as always, I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing today. As always, it's been your boy, the Tan Superman, and I'm out. Peace.